Welcome, everyone. I am going to do a past life reading. I'm just calling it Who Were You? You know, who was I in a past life? And I just did one, I have to say, but I feel guided to do even another one and probably another one after this. So I have a feeling it has to do with us being in a universal year 5, which means, change, and maybe something holds us back, that by going into a past life we can kind of see the connection, and therefore, I don't know, cut the ties, finish the mission, whatever it may be. So I feel like a lot of you were drawn to the first one, and I just feel like whoever it's meant for will be drawn. There's no sign needed. um, I am doing this intuitively, psychically, whatever name you want to put on it, using the cards, but just allowing myself to then, like, enter into the energy. So, who were you in a past life? Let's go ahead and begin. This is the type of reading where it may have no logic, but you feel that it's yours. Like, you may be like, how could that be? But yet you feel it. We have knighthood. We have transportation. It's weird, but in a way I feel like this is like 2 different lifetimes. We have persecution and inquisition. We have father. Vows. Scribe writer. It says or writer. First of all, I feel like it's giving us a sign for those who have been here with me before. Many times I'll do a reading and you'll hear a train go by, and it always toots its horn at least 3 times, and I've come to feel that a lot of times it's like your guides on that train, and they're just giving us a hello, like, hey, we're here. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling that, like I meant to say that. It's interesting because I feel like for someone, it's like you've taken a vow. It's like to either serve, the king, or to serve yourself. It feels like, almost like, the scribe, which, I keep feeling like the scribe writer um, doesn't fit within this energy. And, wow. I don't want to say like witchcraft, that type of thing, maybe. But I feel more like, like I can't help. I can't help what I receive. Right? It comes to me. I'm not seeking it, so to speak. It comes to me. And then, maybe then you feel that it needs to, like, travel, right? It's not meant to just be with you. It's meant to be what, whatever it is you receive is meant to be received by us, but yet there seems to be energy that is on the opposite side of that. And I don't know, I'm getting that for some it's like almost like someone, like, I feel like my father turned me in. That's how against he was to what I just naturally was, right? It's not like I ask for it, like being a psychic, it comes to you. I'm not like so much asking, it's just coming. And I'm just picking it up, and then I'm putting it out there. But here it feels like there's a threat to that. Am I true to myself, or am I true to my country? And it's almost like in today we'd be like, why can't you be true to both? But I feel like the father figure over here is the one who, I have a feeling something bad happened, and a lot of it is due to the father. Okay, I think I'm going to take two more. And then we're going to bring out another deck. Finances. Some of you, this may be how you were paid. You were paid again, and maybe it just, in that period, it was misunderstood, no doubt. It was definitely misunderstood. But I do feel like perhaps it is how you made your money. And that also feels like against what is allowed. We have health. And then we have health under father. I just want to say, I feel like if you're in this lifetime and if you're having like some type of problem with your father, I feel like it's telling you. And listen, I feel like this father, what he did it because he so believed it. It was ingrained in him. That type of thing. But don't think it didn't have its effect on him, because I feel like it affected him greatly. I don't even know, like, I don't want to say that, because I don't feel like it's like a witchcraft where I then am putting a spell, maybe what they think. So I see, I see both sides of the coin here. Spirituality and religion. Well, it's pretty fitting. Okay, I think what I want to do is let's take the Gilded Tarot, and let's just go over this, because it's giving us already a pretty good idea of where it's going. By the way, I feel like for some of you, you got away. I feel like you got away. Like, you got away. And maybe we'll find out where you went. But I do feel like instead of facing what you were facing, like, you just left. And I feel this health with the father, I feel his health was greatly affected by his actions. Almost like maybe this man after the fact, because I feel like he feels he did what was right. But then in the meantime, he now has lost you. What feels like for good, and I feel like it greatly affected his health. Now, I don't know if she cares or not at this point, right? Because I don't know. And now I'm also picking up an energy of almost a similar type story, but I feel like it's about a knight being with someone that he or she is not meant, probably he back then, is meant to be with. And it feels like the same thing, and I feel like this knight may even be helping, whether you're the knight or, is helping someone financially to get through. And then I feel the same thing. Is it my father who, in some reason, like, has to, through his action, this ends for me. And I have to go. Look at that. All right, well, we have the Queen of Swords, but she definitely is in reverse, coming over that night. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, definitely moving from a home, moving from the foundation that I built. Even if it would be nothing to others, it was everything to me. And I do feel like the leaving of that, and maybe having to leave suddenly, and how would that relate to today? I think, if you tend to go, you know what I mean, rather than stick it out. And sometimes that may be the way, but is it the way? That's all. Because the Queen of Swords is in reverse, and to me, it feels like her voice is taken away here. Her, like it's like even her dignity. I don't know. I feel like it's taken away. There's no value, or at least that's what others put upon, like no value. Doesn't mean that's not the truth, though. I always find it amazing how two people can look at the exact same situation and see totally different things. And I see it all the time in the readings. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and I feel like it's just saying that what you did, what you were building, and I felt like you're bothering no one. You're really not bothering anyone. You're in your own energy. You're doing what comes natural. And it's almost like, and if everyone would just let me be, that's the energy I would stay in. And again, however, it's not how the other side sees it. And I feel like, I'm asking for very modest things here, to live, to survive, right? And I feel like I live alone. I do feel like I live alone. We have the Fool coming over the Father. I suppose, because ultimately what's on the bottom of the deck, what is this about? It's about our spirituality, it's about our religion, it's about our beliefs. And, I suppose that I could consider others may not think like me, and give them that respect. Doesn't mean that I then become them, right? I think because I feel like in the Fool, am I considering just letting it go? And that may be if I'm dealing with something, within my father and myself's energy today. Or even like for a woman like I don't know. We have the Wheel. It's destiny. Because I feel like there's no need to apologize for who you are here or now. You may be in this energy of like, I'm just going to say very intuitive type energy within the scribe or the writer, as they put it, energy. And you can be very, just be drawn to it, much like I am. And it could relate to the past life where it was frowned upon, more than frowned upon. Um, it's almost like the Salem witch trials, that type of thing. But I feel like, again, I'm feeling like there may be even two lifetimes. So you may be just naturally this way. And I feel like, and maybe you need to trust that in this lifetime. Because, and maybe part of the thing is, that what I fear is people's reaction to me. But truth be told, you're just being you. Um, and even money, like, is it okay? Yes, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. Well, hello, magician. The perfect energy to come out right now. We have the Empress. So, again, we're looking at past life, but how does this past life relating to this life? First of all, the Empress is coming over finances, which is beautiful. Because, first of all, it tells us where's my finance coming from? It's coming from my wisdom, my journey, my creativity. What I know that I know that I know. The Empress is someone who is strong and kind of fearless, right? Has walked many people's shoes. She's coming right under the Eight of Pentacles. So it's almost like, what I was prosecuted for last life, maybe I get a chance to celebrate in this life. The Magician and the Empress together. Wow. Because I feel like, I almost feel like, I don't have to worry about this person, whoever's here. Except, there is this energy of the Father. And I feel like the Fool is saying, I'm going to let that go. Because what can I do about it anyway? I'm going to let it go, right? And just maybe agree to disagree. And then maybe I'm just cutting the energy, however that works for you. I feel like getting back into your creative house is the answer, because I feel like that's where you really connect to lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Um, so I feel like if in any way this is what you want to do, and by the way, I feel like it's the kind of thing they can go with you anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like maybe I'm pushed out of this town. I don't know why I'm using that word. But the next town is going to love it just the same. The one thing I know is this Queen of Swords is in reverse. And I feel her in reverse coming over this knighthood. And I feel it's about, again, like a voice being taken away. And it's almost like there's nothing I can do about it. It's just the time. It's just the time period. There's nothing I can do. But in the same time, like I feel like this queen is being true to herself and doing what it is that she just feels she has to do, right? It just feels like, right? It's like the magician, boom, there, there it is, like there it is. Um, and the wheel. I mean, that's destiny. Someone may have been with a lover that, listen, it just couldn't have worked. We have the Hangman. The beautiful thing about this is it's in reverse, and that's a good thing. This is having an awakening. This beautiful energy. If I'm seeking spirituality and religion, if that's what it, if that's what's important to me, or maybe that's, what you're being called to. I feel like follow that, trust that, because it feels like the person here or the people here, they couldn't help but do what they did. And I do feel like this, again, supported themselves through it, but that's okay. And the Empress over that, you know, is very, what, loving and gentle. But she gives it to you straight, right? Like if I'm telling somebody something, it's what I do. Um, I'm going to give it to them straight. Like she's not. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. I'm just thinking like if you go to like a fake psychic or something and how they can pull you in a way. And I hate to even talk about that because I feel like this is just saying that this is an energy that naturally comes to this Empress. And, you know, the Empress has walked a hell of a lifetime. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just looking down. I keep looking at the Empress. Look at that. I have the Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Cups is in reverse. Huh. You know, the Ace of Cups is touching vows. And you may have, you know, there may be someone who has a pattern like of loving someone maybe you shouldn't love. Maybe that could never give you really what you want. Like the differences are too great. And I feel like this person, you know, like in this current lifetime, let's say, has taken a vow to himself to, or herself to, you know, like very, what do I want to say? Unbendable. Unbendable. And, you know, am I loving people and allowing them to take my voice? That type of thing. You know, the Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who demand loyalty, you know, and this knight can give loyalty to, let's say, his country, but he's not giving that loyalty to her. It just doesn't, feels like it doesn't fit. So there may be a pattern of bringing these type of people into your life, and that can relate back, right, to, listen, it could be passion, it can be all that, but nonetheless, I feel like this queen is being looked down upon. And ultimately, no matter what, this queen has to almost like take flight. Um, and you know, I feel like she'll be fine because she probably had to have done that before. Um, you know, I feel like there must be something very charming also about her energy because I feel like even it attracts, you know, it attracts that maybe it shouldn't. But I feel like, you know, like for some reason, like you're very alluring. Maybe because you're just living in your truth. Anyway, the Hangman in reverse is an awakening. And the Fool was about above it. So I feel like definitely talking about Father. Um, you know, I want to say consider to forgive. Maybe you have no father issues at all this lifetime. Maybe it was last lifetime. Just you can still say, I forgive, you know, anyone who played the role of my father. You know, because it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it because I don't feel like I feel the father loved the daughter. Um, but nonetheless, it's just like the father couldn't accept the daughter's ways. Ultimately, I do feel the daughter goes on and creates, you know, her own life. But maybe the father is now excluded. I know it is in that lifetime because I feel like we're in two totally different places. So, you know, I think, I don't know, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like for some, this is talking about love issues. Let's keep going though. Just seems a weird place to stop. We'll take a couple more, and then we will let it be what it wants to be. You know, this may be a life where you are very spiritual, but it's not your first time. You know what I mean? It may just be a path that you've been on for a long time because it feels very natural. It feels very natural. We have the Tower. And then we have the Lovers. Huh. You know, I don't know what to say here except I feel like, um, yeah, you know, I'm not going to go over it again. I just feel like there are some here, and you're understanding that there's an issue with you um, wanting to love, allowing love. And I do feel like it's based on, this cup falling over. What was I going to say? And listen, this cup may have fallen over, but I don't know. I almost feel like this is the last lifetime, and maybe in this lifetime it's the lovers. Like I meet someone, um, I have a certain type of connection. The lovers is the twins type energy. And yeah, just think about twins. I mean, who understands each other better than twins? So, maybe this was a twin, and, for some reason, again, the Tower happened in I already know the Tower happened in the previous lifetime. I already know that this relationship couldn't be. And, it wasn't the knight who turned you in, it was the father. But nonetheless, I feel like it would have ended up in the same type of situation anyway. But anyway, the fleeing that you did. But then the magician, right? It's like almost like she knew that she would be guided. She'd be guided to her next place, right? Here's the Tower, but the magician is really um, the strong card. I do feel like, the one thing I want to look at is how I have turned this cup upside down because of the Tower, right? And this means that maybe I'm not willing to make commitments, or maybe I'm not finding people who will make commitments, but maybe it's because of something that I need to cut within myself. Again, the Queen of Swords being in reverse. What truth is being held back? It's about honesty, right? Loyalty, wanting it, and maybe with the knighthood demanding it. Type, in the Queen of Swords, in the upright, her voice is not held back. Her voice is important, and she is the queen of communication. So let's just leave it there. I feel like we got quite a few different messages in here. I'm just seeing spirituality, religion, and this awakening within the Hangman. Usually, the Hangman is um, not moving, right? And listen, I feel like this father passed. I do feel like this father passed. So maybe I'm talking to people whose fathers already passed in this lifetime, and there's some type of something. Um, and I believe that when you pass, you must look at all things within your life, all things, and how you affected all people, especially those that you loved. So I feel like what I'm saying here is this father passed. This father has the awareness. I feel like health would have been the reason. And I feel that in the previous lifetime too, like health was the reason. And I feel like it's almost like guilt. Like guilt ate him up. Guilt ate him up. Nonetheless, I gotta let it go, because I feel like if he had the awareness, then why shouldn't I? Right? Why shouldn't I allow myself to? The Fool's taking on free and clear energy. It's the energy of freedom, being free from, those things that bound us, right? No need to. Because in this lifetime, I really feel like it's about you finding yourself, your truth, right? Your communication, and sharing it in whatever way that means to you. Even in love, by the way. But, when you know more, you do better. I don't know. Like, don't be in a relationship you know are going to end bad. If they're going to, they're going to end bad, right? And if you know that, you know that. Um, I don't know why I had to say that, but I feel like, you need to, you need to be real with yourself. Because it's better to be free than to be tied down to something that, and I feel that in this lifetime, like there's something that um, makes me feel less than, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth. That's the perception. That's the thing. Okay? Um, so, I don't know. For some of you, this could be talking about a twin. If so, I feel like it's just going to happen naturally. And sometimes that's all I need to know. And if it is a special connection, it's really special connection with people, people you really connect with. And it could be like in your financial sector. Definitely there's a lot of financial energy here. But the underlying energy is prosecution, or what's the word they used? Inquisition, like I worry that, like, why do I have this underlying worry? This is showing you why. What you did in some way just was not accepted in a previous life, and that's okay, because like it's just naturally what you do. And I feel like the more you're just naturally allowing things to happen, the more they'll naturally happen, right? So the awakening and the Fool, the new beginning, is going to end it. But I feel like one more. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands in reverse. She's our queen of action. She's our intuitive queen. She moves according to her desires, what she feels passionate towards. Again, in this lifetime, you may be the Queen of Wands. Like, so what if you put back? What if you held back due to others? And it could say like, you didn't take action, or I don't want to. How do I want to say this? Um, I don't know. I feel like, why am I having a hard time saying it? Because I feel like, the Queen of Wands, I feel like the Queen of Wands just means I'm not listening to my intuition. But then the Hangman is above her, and he's in the awakened state. Um, so I feel like in this lifetime, I'm the Queen of Wands. In the previous lifetime, I'm the Queen of Swords. Now, you could certainly be the Knight here, but I feel like, or the Father, but I do feel like fathers have passed. Anyway, that's what I feel like it's just saying. But I feel like also the awareness over that is clear, um, because the Fool is free and clear. So don't let the sorrows of yesteryear, or this year, or your past, don't let it stop what can be, right? Because the magician is always creating, as above, so below. The Empress understands that. You know, she's very creative, very giving, very loving, very nurturing, very strong. She's all. And she's concentrating. You know, this is focusing. The Eight of Pentacles is what I'm focusing on and growing in the wisdom. And then the Lovers, I don't know. I just kind of feel like for some it's like a twin. And I'm just going to leave it there because I'm talking again. I love you guys. Let me know what you think. I just really felt called to do this reading. So thank you for obliging. Thank you for your thumbs up, your subscribes, sharing, just your time. Thank you for your donations. I just want you to know any donations I'm giving to my daughter. She's in a very difficult time right now. Her house has been put up for sale and it's sold. You know, Merry Christmas. You got to go. So just I just want to let you know that. Um, Thank you for coming to my table. I will see you next time. Bye bye.